Yo, what's good, guys? It's Sarah16 here. How are we doing? It's finally here. Finally here. Icon swaps #1 has arrived. We was waiting for it at 6 p.m. It never came. Everyone was like, "Where is it? What's going on?" EA actually tweeted out this time and let us know that they had technical difficulties. Technical issues. I said that, it's a bit easier. And you know, it is what it is. You know, every company has issues. It's just a shame that they had issues at the time of kind of such a eagerly awaited kind of addition to FIFA 20. But you know, it's here, looking pretty good, and we're going to take a look at it. So what is icon swaps? So this is replacing, as far as I'm aware, foot swaps from last year, and basically giving us the opportunity to obtain icon players, select few that they've chose for us that we can choose from, by completing varied objectives and SBCs. And during them, you'll unlock different kind of objectives, different kind of SBCs. Once you've completed them, you will then get tokens, which then you can save and you can redeem against a number of icons. And some of them, as you can see in front of us here, such as Drogba, Hadji, Owen, Sanchez, Zanetti, Baldo, and there's Roberto Carlos, it's Ferdinand, and so on. But we'll take a look at them anyway. We'll have a look at them when we'll get into the details, and you know, we'll look at kind of who's good, who isn't, who we're liking, and what it's going to take to get them. So this is the next screen they give us as we're loading Ultimate Team. Icon Swaps 1 gives us a bit of detail. Up to 24 player tokens throughout Icon Swaps 1. Redeem player tokens to unlock icon rewards. Pretty straightforward. And it's in 2 seasons. So you've got season 1, they split it into 2 sections. Season 1 is 12 player tokens, and that's October. And then season 2 is November. And I'm assuming it ends at the end of November, and then December there's going to be a new lot. I'm assuming that's how it works. So where they've kind of set it up there is October and November. And it's 12 player tokens in season 2 as well. Which is a bit of a shame, because that means we've kind of got to wait until season 2. So you're looking at kind of November, mid-November, if you really do grind it, before you can kind of get the top end ones. But you know, at least they're spreading it over 2 months, giving you time to do it. You know, there's not everybody's got the time to grind the game that are really fast paced and spend a lot of hours. So it gives people to take the time, and it'll take 2 months to kind of work their way through them and kind of go for the ones that they want to choose. So here we are, instant menus. Straight away, they're highlighting icon swaps, teasing us with that Drogba on the front there. You know, making us want to do it, making us want to get that Drogba. I know quite a few people will be going for that and kind of working towards. I imagine he's the top end 24 swaps, but we'll check and make sure about that. And it's giving us a feature objective as well. So we'll go into the objectives, we'll have a look at it. Let's see what they're kind of setting us to do and what they're expecting us to do to get these icons. So the first one is Icon Swaps Online. Foot Champions. So win 9 Foot Champion matches. And is there a timeline? Does it say how long we've got to do these? It doesn't. I'm guessing this is just throughout the whole season 1. Which is, right, it's 27 days and 15 hours. Yeah, that's right. I'm guessing that's what it means. That's how long we've got to do it. So winning 9 Foot Champions matches over what, 3 weeks? That's not too bad. I mean, luckily I got gold 2 last week. We'll probably do that within this weekend league. I've not played any games yet. When we do, we'll unlock the first one, which is Icon Swaps 1. The next one is Golden Rivals. Win 3 rival matches using a full squad of only gold players, including the bench, with a max overall ratings of 83. So again, that's not too bad. I think my team's 84 right now. Bit of tweaking, and we can easily bring it down to 83. That should be pretty achievable. I think this is probably going to be difficult for people that are in kind of higher divisions like Division 1 and Division 2, which could cause a few issues for people getting relegated and coming down into low divisions, and make these objectives easier, affecting people in Division 4 and Division 5 and things like that. But hopefully it won't cause too many issues, and people will still be able to kind of do them with not many problems, just a bit of grinding, a bit of time, and a bit of practice with the players that they have to use for that one. Premier League, win 3 rivals matches using 7 first-on Premier League players in your starting squad. Again, for me personally, on my road to glory, I've got a Premier League team, and I think 10 out of my 11 players are first-on, of which are around 5 or 6 potentially are Premier League players and first-on. So again, with a little bit of tweaking, that should be pretty easy to set up for us to do it. And there's no kind of cap there for the rating that you need, so that's all right. That's pretty reasonable. I've got no issues with that. That can be done. I mean, if you're not Premier League, then It means you're going to have to do some SBCs, you're going to have to do squad battles, you're going to have to do rivals, you're going to have to do weekend leagues to get some packs to get them first owner Premier League players, which could be a bit frustrating. But, I mean, you know, this is what it's all about. It's about grind, it's about working towards it. I think EA are obviously wanting people to open packs, and they're also wanting people to play all of the game modes and put the grind in to get these players, which that's the way I'm looking at it on the road to glory. I'm not putting points on. I want to grind my way to this, and we should be set up pretty well. So the next one's Liga 1. Use 7 owned Liga 1 players in your starting squad. I think I've got about 3 already. So there, we're going to have to keep taking untradeable rivals awards. I'm going to have to grind a bit of squad battles. I think some collectibles involved in this anyway. Probably unlock a few players. It might take a bit more time to do that one. But again, I think they're pretty reasonable. What do you guys think? I think it's quite reasonable. They're only saying 7 players. If they said a full starting 11, I would have been a bit upset about it. I mean, 7 is quite a lot, but it's not unreasonable in the amount of time they're giving us to kind of get packs and players and get first owner players. And they get same again for Serie A. Again, I've got 2 already. I've got Mertens and I've got Lozano. It's going to be able to get another 5 Serie A players. I think the hardest thing about this is going to be depending on the division you're in. I mean, I'm Division 4 now, which is getting a bit harder. But hopefully, you know, with a bit of grind, I don't get relegated and I can still do these objectives. Same with the Liga. That's going to be my biggest problem. Is going to be the Liga. I've got no Liga players that I'm aware of that are of any quality in my team. So I'm going to have to keep an eye out for that on rewards this week and try and get some Liga players into the team. I don't really want to be spending money on our Road to Glory. Obviously, I'm going to give you my perspective from Road to Glory. I will touch on the other side of it if you are using points as well and you're doing pay to win. But from my perspective, these are a little bit frustrating because it's not something I can just smash it, grind it out now and get these icon swaps to redeem the icons that I want to get. It's going to take me time and it's going to take more rewards for me to be able to do them. But I think that's what EA want anyway. Bundesliga, same again with Bundesliga. 7 first own Bundesliga players. I think I've got 2 already. So really, I mean, I think Serie A, the Liga 1 and Premier League, I should be able to do pretty comfortably, but we'll double check. Definitely Premier League and definitely Serie A. Liga and Bundesliga are the ones that are going to probably cause me a little bit of problems. Probably be quite difficult to build a really good team in a short amount of time. Maybe I'll have to dive into some coins to improve the team for these. But we'll look at it, looking into detail over the next few episodes of the Road to Glory, and also I might even do a bit of a feature on this objective on its own and do a few videos showing kind of what we did. So kind of the squad we built for the Premier League, the squad we built for the Liga 1, the squad we built Serie A, the one for the Liga, one for Bundesliga, and just kind of show you guys what I did, what team I used, what division I was in, and how long it took me to do it as well. If it'd be good for me to kind of take notes, and if I remember, I'll try to. I might do that. If you want to see it, if it's something you want to see, let me know down below as well. If there's any questions, let me know down below. And if I make this a series, I'll cover it along the right side of the Road to Glory series. So the next one, single player. This is going to be the one that I don't like. Because personally, I hate squad battles. I don't like doing them. I don't find it enjoyable. I'm an online player. I know people that don't mind squad battles, but I hate them. It bores the hell out of me. Packs are easy and the rewards are easy, but I'd rather just not do them. I'd rather just do Rivals and Weekend League and do it that way, but they're making us do offline. Let's see what we've got to do. Golden Battles. When 6 squad battle matches are minimum world class using a full squad of only gold players including bench with a max overall rating of 83. That should be alright. That's very much like the Golden Rivals ones, so I think you can kind of do that one. They'll go straight into the offline mode with the same team and do that one. And world class isn't too bad for me. I can probably do that quite easy. I know some people do struggle with squad battles, which means people are going to have to kind of spend some time in squad battles, get used to them, work on how to beat the AI. There's a lot of passing, quick passing, building the play up and creating chances, but I think that's one a lot of people can easily do and achieve it. The next one, MLS. Win 5 squad battle matches on minimum world class using 11 MLS players in a starting squad. I'm just going to look ahead here. I'm guessing these are all the same. They are the same. Eredivisie with 11 players, CSL with 11 players. So these are probably one of the ones that really kind of rub people the wrong way, I think. MLS, Eredivisie, and CSL. I think most people have to build full teams for these. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who's got an MLS team, Eredivisie team, or a CSL team. Luckily, it's against the AI, which means you can probably use a bit of a lesser team, but it's still going to be a bit of a grind on world class as well to do that. You are going to need maybe a couple of quality players in them squads just to make it a bit easier. Five matches is quite a lot, but overall, I don't think it's too bad to be honest with you guys. I don't think it's quite reasonable. I mean, some people hate grinding the game, but they're going to make you grind it. Bear in mind, you're going to get icons from probably 300k to like 1.6, 1.7 million if you're going for Drogba from doing these. EA aren't just going to give it you. I mean, they're not just giving it for nothing. They're going to make you work for it. They're going to make you put the time in. They're obviously going to try and kind of make a bit of money on the back of it because people will probably open packs to do these a bit easier. Obviously, in my case, I cannot do that, so that means I've got to grind the game and hopefully pack some players for this, or buy some and kind of drain me cash a little bit for these players, which is a bit annoying on Road to Glory. It's not something I really want to do, but the end goal of an icon player in a Road to Glory, or 2 icon players, or maybe even 3, if depending on how they've done it, which we'll look at in a bit, it's massive. It's massive for Road to Glory. I'm really looking forward to kind of doing this. Not doing these challenges, but doing it and unlocking the icons and getting them into my team. It's going to help me kind of make my team more dynamic, mix it up a little bit, and combine different leagues. Right, let's look on to the next one. Icon swap progress. Right, score 20 with first home player in rivals. Pretty straightforward. I think you'll probably do that while doing these. While doing these, you're going to pretty much work your way through that. Again, play 20 matches in foot using at least one first time playing a starting squad. So these two basically just an addition, and you're going to do these two while doing all these, which that's not too bad. Kind of nice to just thrown on at the end. It's kind of like another kind of free icon swap there to get that one. But pretty straightforward. That's reasonable. It's probably the most reasonable ones out of all of them, to be honest. Right, let's come out of there. Let's go over. Let's have a look in the SBC section. See what's in there. As far as I'm aware, when I read the pitch notes, I didn't do a video on it because I've only just started YouTube, but I did read through them on Twitch, and we talked about it. They said they were going to be SBCs as well to win these tokens. So whether that comes in season 2 or whether they release a few more, I'm not sure. I didn't count how many tokens were up for grabs there. Just double check and go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 1 there, so there's 12 up for grabs, so it's half of it. So it doesn't look like the first part of the icon swaps is going to require any SBCs, so whether that comes on the next part will remain to be seen. I reckon it will do. I reckon the next lot will be more SBC based, but we'll see in November. Right, let's take a look at the icons and what we've got to do. How many kind of swaps we've got to get them. So you've got low end ones. We've got Schmeichel, which is how many? Where's it tell you? It doesn't show you on this. So it tells you there though. Like see all these, it shows you the numbers. On his it doesn't. I don't know why. Even if I go off it, does it show me go off it? No, it doesn't. That's weird. So for Schmeichel, it's 6. He's the lowest one, and I think not many people are really going to want Schmeichel, to be honest with you. I know he was pretty good last year, but goalkeepers seem to be pretty similar this year with the way they play in the game. You've got JJ Kocher and Pep Guardiola on 8. Kocher looks okay. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. That's pretty good. Not bad at all, but there's a lot of good right midfielders, right wingers in the game at the moment, which I think will put people off doing him. He's got 70 stamina, but his shooting, pace, passing and dribbling attributes are pretty strong. I mean, stick an attribute card on him and he's a pretty solid right midfield. You've got Pep there, and overall he's a pretty solid card. Only 8, not bad, but he's one of the low ones. He's much better midfielder at the moment. 9 for Ryan Giggs, 9 for Nesta, 11 for Carlos, 12 for Crespo, 12 for Kluivert, 12 for Klose, and then we're into the kind of the big boys now. We've got 14 for Ballack, 14 for Pirlo, 15 for Keane, 15 for Rivaldo, 16 for Ian Wright, 16 for Ferdinand. That's quite high for an 85 rated card, but I mean Ferdinand is a really good card. I think that pace and them and the physical stats is a really strong card. Rui Costa 17, that's a 90 rated card. Zanetti, 17. I mean, Zanetti is a fantastic card as well. 92 right back. Hugo Sanchez, 17. I don't think anyone will be using this card. I mean, let's have a look. I'm sure he's got like really bad composure. Yeah, 58 composure. Yeah, nobody's going to be taking that card. I can't imagine him. 17, unless you really like Sanchez. Can't see many people grinding to get that. You've got a base icon pack as well. Run the risk to get a base icon. 18. I mean, that's a gamble. Big gamble. But it could pay off. But I mean, if it doesn't, you'd be absolutely gutted because you couldn't get anybody else. You've got Buttarengo. 19. Does look a really good card. And then you're onto the kind of the top end ones. You've got Steven Gerrard. You've got George Adji, Michael Owen, and the one that a lot of people are going to want is Drogba. And they're 23, so they're only giving you room for error and one token here. EA are clearly kind of letting us know that if you want this Drogba, you've got to work for this Drogba. I mean, his card is really good, to be honest. His agility and balance isn't fantastic, but you could bring that up with an attribute card, chemistry card, sorry, and bring that up. But overall, I mean, 89 rated Drogba, I think at this moment in time, it's about 1.6 million. To get 1.6 million card for free and a bit of grinding over probably a month and a half, really good. Right, I'm going to give you my take on it from a Road to Glory point of view. It's quite difficult from a Road to Glory point of view. I kind of feel like I need two of them because I need to create better links in my team. So when I pack a player that's high rated or really good, what league is in doesn't concern me as much because I can use two icons that maybe one at centre back, kind of in the spine of the club and the midfield to kind of create that, allow me to create two sides to the team and link them up really well. So I think with that in mind, I think Nesta would be really good. I think he's a solid card. I mean, 70 pace, if you stick a chemistry card in to bring his speed and sprint speed and acceleration up. He's got 90 defending, 85 physical. His stamina is a bit low, but he's not going to be doing much moving in defence. You know, that shouldn't be a massive issue, but that Nesta card looks really strong. And also, how tall is he? 6'2" as well, and he's got medium high work rates. Nesta's definitely one of those at the top of my list. I wouldn't mind Carlos, but I've just got Semedo as well in my rewards this weekend, so he's kind of been pushed backwards now. And also he's 11, which only leaves us with 13 left. So we'd have to take one of these, or Crespo, Clivert, or Closer. And I don't want either of them. I don't want Crespo, I don't want Clivert, I don't want Closer. And that means I'd be taking Nesta and Carlos, which is not something I want to do. I know one defender, I want one midfielder. So I think I've been looking at it, 9 for Nesta's a really good deal. 88 rated. I'm going to create some more links in the team. Probably, you know, one of the best defenders on the game if you look at his overall stats, and with a chemistry card, I'm going to bring some of his stats up to boost his pace and a few of his stats as well. So we've got 15 left, haven't we? So we get 24 overall if we complete them all. Like, this is 15 to choose another one. So that puts us in this bracket. We've got Ballack, Pirlo, and Roy Keane, and Rivaldo. So let's take a look at Roy Keane. Medium high, 3-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves, 72 pace, 71 shooting, 85 passing, 81 dribbling, 87 defending, and 89 physical. Really good card. Really good card. 5'11", high work rates. His attributes are pretty solid here as well. He's a really good CDM. Strong, great defending. His passing is decent as well. You know, his pace is a bit of a letdown, but I don't think CDMs rely that much on pace this year, which is really good. But don't really want him. I don't really want him. He's not one of them icons that I think, you know what, I need him in my team. I think you can get CDMs at relatively cheap prices at the moment, which are similar, not 90 rated, but similar. I want someone who's going to give us a bit more in midfield, you know, give us a bit of flair, a bit of creativity, someone a bit more box to box. I like the look of Pirlo, but my main issue with Pirlo is his speed and he's kind of shooting. Pirlo's one of them, you've just got to sit him in the middle, pass him and let him ping it about. And I think this year it's a lot more, my gameplay is a lot about breaking, tiki-taka. I think if I had a player that I've got to sit midfield, who's going to sit there and just pass it, I don't think it's going to work for me. Even though I do rate his card, I think it's really good. He's 5-star skill moves as well, 4-star weak foot, which is really good. just feel that his pace would let me down in that midfield and attacking role. I think not having that box-to-box kind of speed and defending, especially when I go 4-1-2-1-2. Not too much in my 4-2-3-1. He could sit in that cam role and just ping it about, but his shooting's not great. Don't think. Let's double check. So his shooting. I mean, his shooting's not that bad. It's not that bad. It could be better. With an shoot card, you could bring it up, but it's not meta. There's a lot stronger players that you can put in that cam position. I'm looking for more of a box-to-box midfielder, and this is, I think, where my Balak's going to come in. I think Balak could be the one. Again, his pace isn't great, but we can bring that with an attribute card. But, I mean, look at the rest of them stats. You've got 86 shooting, 86 passing, 78 dribbling, which is average, but his ball control is really good. His composure is really good. We just need to put an chemistry card onto him to bring his pace and his agility and balance up, just to kind of level him out a little bit. 8 defending and 83 physical. So overall, he's a really, really strong midfielder. He's going to link with Brandt as well. We've got one to watch Brandt. We packed in our one to watch Pat when we first got the game. He's going to create more links in that midfield position. I can sit him in the centre midfield position to create that spine, that kind of connection I need between the two sides of the club. He's also 4-star, and medium high. So he's going to be everywhere. He's going to be everywhere. In the 4-1-2-1-2, he's going to be really good. The 4-2-3-1, we could play him as a cam. We could play him as a CDM. We could play him as a CDM that kind of gets forward. He's a really, really versatile player this year, and I think with the way the game plays, he's going to be really strong. Last year, I used him on a draft. I didn't really like him. I think last year he had a low agility and low balance. It caused a lot of issues, but this year I think it's not too bad as long as you're careful with your manoeuvrability with a player like that, especially in midfield. If you use him in the right way, it shouldn't cause any problems with a chemistry card in it. So yeah, I do like that card. That's looking like one of my favourite cards. I think the only other way I'd do it is getting a Ferdinand, but the issue is then if I get Ferdinand, we get 16. It doesn't leave us with enough icon swaps to get like a Nesta. We can only get Schmeichel, essentially. Yeah, that's all we can get, Schmeichel. So that kind of puts him off for me. That put me off doing Rio Ferdinand. I would like Rio Ferdinand. It would be a lot better if he was 15, 14. More this level. But I did want Ferdinand at first, but now obviously I've seen his 16. That's kind of took him away from my goals. Someone I want to get. I don't want to grind just 16 and then stop doing the rest. I want to make the most of this opportunity to get 2 key players in the team. They're not going to be end-game players, but on the road to glory up until like next year and up until Team of the Year, they'll be useful and they'll help us out. And the only other option I would have, really, would be to kind of stick with my team and go for Drogba. That is the other option. Do we get 2 really key players that would help us build a team and be stronger over the next 2 months? Or do we go all or nothing, stick with the team, and go all out for Drogba? But I even think 2 months down the line that Drogba is an 89 card. I think there's going to be better cards by them in the team of the week. Potentially pack someone in the team of the week, someone who does rivals rewards, which makes Drogba look, he's a good card, but makes him look average, or at least a similar level to the ones that we could pack. So, for me personally, on the road to glory, and this is the kind of viewpoint I'm giving you on this, is a road to glory viewpoint and my experience and what I think of it and what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for Balak and Nesta. That's going to be the goal, guys. That's going to be the goal for the road to glory for me. Let me know what your plans are underneath in the comment section. Are you on a road to glory? Are you on a pay to win? What's your perspective? Do you feel like you're going to go for 2? Are you going to go all out for kind of one of the top ones? Are you going to take one of the mid ones and one of the low ones? It'd be really good to hear your thoughts. Something we can discuss on stream as well. Yeah, let me know. Anyway, I'm quite pleased with it though. I think a lot of people were hoping that he would allow us to do kind of 3, 2 like mid-level ones, 2 kind of high-level ones, or maybe combine a 2 and a 1 high-level at the medium point, so like your 14, 16 ones like your Ferdinands, and 2 lower ones. But I mean, that would mean then that you're gonna have teams rocking 3 icons of a decent levels. So I can get why people will probably be a bit rubbed up the wrong way about it and a bit disappointed that people are gonna have wasted swaps potentially if they want to take 2 of them. But it makes sense for the game in the long run. it means that people will only have 2 icons, or 1 top end icon, or 3 really low end icons. And I kind of agree with it, really. In hindsight, on reflection, it will make the game balanced. It will increase the lifespan of some of these players and stop people kind of getting OP teams really easy, I think, unless you're spending money and doing pay to win. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. It's been an eagerly awaited kind of feature that EA brought out, and I think they've done a good job. I think I've seen a lot of criticism online. I know some people in my stream were saying that they kind of wasn't pleased with how much you've got to grind it, and I understand that. I understand the perspective of that. I get that, especially people who haven't got the time. You've got families, you've got jobs. You've only got a few hours, maybe a week to do it. Then you're going to really struggle with this, and you have to do it. It's not something you're going to be able to do. But they've not made it for that. They've made it for people who grind the game, put the hours in. They've made it for the people that really, really put a lot of time into FIFA, and yeah, there's always going to be that underlining marketing side of they're going to have a finance department, a marketing department saying, in all these things you need to do, you need to drive packs, you need to drive sales, you need to get the money in. So that's always going to be there, and as a company, that's something that I'm sure that the production team and the development team are going to have that the finance side of people, the marketing people breathing down the neck saying, when you do this, you've got to make sure that people buy packs, or there's got to be elements in there make people buy packs and bring the money in, and that's just business at the end of the day. And until the governments and these kind of laws come into place, which may do, and stop, obviously, pack purchasing, gambling, whatever we want to call it. I'm not going to go into detail on that and all that kind of stuff, just because it's another kettle of fish. But that's always going to be there. I think they've kind of made it achievable for anybody. For people who do packs, people who grind and do squad battles, rewards, and weekend leagues, it's going to be doable. Yeah, you're going to use some of your coins to build some of these teams that you need for the icon swaps online and the icon swaps single player. But if you want to do it, the rewards at the end of it are worth it, and I know it's going to pay off. And I think it's really going to make a difference to people's teams. We'll just move over to my team now, just to show you kind of how we're looking. This is the team we're rocking for the weekend league. I did build another team that I was talking about on Twitch, and I shared to a few people on Twitch, and obviously on Discord as well. You're not in the Discord, the link's down below. Get involved, come into Discord. It's a really good place to kind of chat to other people who like FIFA, chat about teams, and it's an area where I'll kind of like update you on what I'm doing, what streams I'm doing, the videos I'm uploading, and also what's going on with my team as well. So we purchased De Jong. I've been after this card for quite a while. Somebody who I think looks really good. He's going to get more team of the weeks, and I really want to get into my team. But I built a team last night, I think it was. Which changed a lot. I put Militao in, I had Allen, I had Malcao, I had Areola, can't remember if I had Kimbeppe there or not, I can't remember if I had someone else there, and just to get Semedo in, because we've got Semedo on the weekend leagues rewards, and it was a really good card, and I thought I need to get this card in the team. I was rocking Tierney at left back, but I need to get Semedo into the team, so I rebuilt it. We had 390k after weekend rewards, selling some of the stuff we got, and we sold Coutinho as well, made profit on him. But after I bought De Jong, I threw him in. It was on 100 chemistry, and I really rate Ake. I rate Gomez, so I didn't have any. I'm not in any rush to replace him, and 100 chemistry. We've got a few players off chem. We've got Mertens on 7 chem, and we've got a right back on 8 chem. But I don't find that a major issue. But onto my point that I'm trying to make is, if I get 2 icons, Balak and Nesta, that will allow me to really, really push this team forward, create more links, mix it up a bit. I could stick Nesta in here to get a different right back into the team and not be as fussed to who to get to link with Mertens, or I could swap Mertens with Balak and create a link there to create green links there. And again, same on this side, I could put Nesta in here and put Balak in any of that middle three to create easy links to other leagues and add a bit more variety to my team. Sticking Balak in for De Jong and moving De Jong over potentially. It just gives us a lot of variety, a lot of options, and a lot of things that we can do with the team. Having 2 icons rather than just going for Drogba up here, which would only kind of influence these links. Which to be fair are some of the strongest links that you want to change. It would allow you to kind of get different right wingers and left wingers, but there's so many right wingers and strikers in the game kind of want to strengthen these positions. I want to strengthen the defence. I want more options in midfield. I love Wijnaldum, I think he's fantastic, but I would like maybe Ballock in there, Wijnaldum and De Jong on the 4-1-2-1-2 when I do that, just to really give midfield a really good variety. Different kind of players in there that offer different abilities, different skills to the team, with Mertens in at that cam role. And obviously we'll get a new striker anyway. Jesus is doing real well for us, but yeah, that's it. That's my opinions. That's my thoughts. That's kind of where I'm at with this icon swaps. I'm pleased they've done it. It's a great addition. I think it's going to be one of the best pieces of content we get on FIFA all year. I hope they do some other stuff to surprise us, but I do think that this is going to be the kind of the one big change that they've done this year. One thing they've offered, and yeah, it could be better. It could be things done better. I would love to see, just quickly before I go off, I would love to see them when it comes to these objectives. For example, the offline ones, so people like offline, I would love to see an alt section. So if you go in here, they have an alt section, so you can go to another section. So you can do this or this. So, you know, you can do it on squad battles, win 5, or if you really don't do squad battles, you go into rivals and win 7 or 8 maybe, just to make it harder because they want to push you to the offline. Just give the people the option, the choice to play the way they want to play the game, rather than forcing players into playing every element of the game, and which they may not find enjoyable. And the same for online. Like, if people don't like online, give people the option to do squad battles, but you know, make it harder to do the alternate one. But it might be the mode that people enjoy more, so they think, you know what, I'd rather do the alternate one because I enjoy doing that, and I'd rather grind out 12 wins rather than 9 because I enjoy doing it and I'm going to play it anyway. Just something that I think would make it a bit more dynamic and make people enjoy it a little bit more, and take a bit less of the grind element out in a boredom sense. But overall, you know, they've done well. It'll be interesting to see how they take this forward, what they do next, and what we see in season 2. So there it is, guys. That's the end of my icon swaps number 1, as they've titled it. When they drop season 2, I will do another video. We'll have a look at what they've done, what they make us kind of do, grind. What you know, there's going to be SBCs, there's going to be more objectives. We'll have another talk about it. Hopefully they've kind of looked at some of the videos that people are doing, taken some ideas on board, and see if it influences what they do, how they progress it. And then we're going to obviously see over Christmas what they do and what they're doing to the new year. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, you've done well. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Don't forget, I'm on Twitch TV 7 days a week, 10 PM onwards. On the weekends, I do streams throughout the day as well, but you will see that on my Twitter and on my Discord as a sporadic, depending on kind of what I do during the day with my personal life. CR16 on Twitch TV. Check us out. Come and get involved. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, stick a comment down below as well. Get involved. Let us know what you think. Let us know what your thoughts are. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.